Hey guys, welcome back to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Doing a video today a little bit earlier than normal, just because I got a little frustrated watching the Eagles game. We're about almost to the first quarter, and I just watched us have a first down and 35. For you non-American fans, that doesn't mean probably anything to you, but to American football fans, first down and 35 is ridiculous. So I'm taking a little bit of a break. We're losing, but we're not in bad shape. We. The Eagles are losing, and I needed a break to step away, so I thought, let's go play some Eve. And I was meaning to make this video later on today. I am getting back to the basics. If you didn't watch the video yesterday, I have moved out to Rydia, as a lot of you know. And yesterday I was flying and I was showing how setting up a notepad and doing some scouting um, does that. It helps you to save time. And what I'd like to do is show you how that saves time here. The other thing that I'm going to be focusing on over the next couple weeks is when I say getting back to the basics, what I mean is reorganizing myself so that I can optimize, since I'm not able to play like 8 hours a day, um, with life being life, I want to play and have fun as much as possible. And to do that, I'm trying to organize myself in a way that I remember to do the basics to get myself up and running. I don't, but also get me up and going and having fun. So first part is communicating. And communicating with you guys, communicating with other people within the game that I know, um, and uh, and making sure that's up and going, and then also making sure that your other basics, like making sure your skill queue's set up correctly, making sure that your production is not missing out, that sort of thing. So one thought of mine was actually to start ordering, and I haven't done it 100% yet, but start ordering the things that I need to do every day when I boot up, um, to have them in order on the left hand. Well, I guess that would be over here on the right hand side of my screen, left hand side of my screen. Doesn't matter. So the first four that I came up with, and why did that move? The agency should not have moved. Go down. You don't want that there. I want it there. First things first, you always want to check your skill queue. Make sure you got what up and running. Um, I don't have to worry about my skill queue so much right now because I've got obviously some blow people up stuff in here ready to roll for the next 79 days. But it reminds me to always check on it. And if there was something that I was thinking about yesterday, to come in and do that today. I know that I want to double check my shield skills, but I'll do that offline. I'm not going to mess with that with you guys. But I'm always going to do that first. Second thing that I want to do is remind myself to check my mail, which I already did when I came on today. But also, that little nugget right there tells me, hey, did you go reply to some comments today or check your YouTube or Discord today? And every time I boot in, that's the second thing that I'm going to look for so I don't get behind on those. Third part is my industry. Got my industry right there. Now, this is a really good one because I have started researching some blueprints. I want to make sure that I'm on top of those. I have a couple blueprints here that I need to get up and running, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think two of them should have finished by now their research, so I want to just get this going a little faster. Come on. Why are you going so slow? Oh, I think I've got the it's just taking forever to pull up there, isn't it? There we go. Okay. I went ahead and closed the Eve launcher. Somebody gave me that tip over a year ago that the Eve launcher, even though it's not doing anything, takes up some memory. So I always try to remember to remove that. So I always check these, see where I'm at with my blueprints. I've got two that are done here. I'm going to be going and picking up some more blueprints. These are in my station. I've only got a couple here in station because I'm only working on the research here. So right now I've got my slasher blueprint at 7% and 12%. The Alliance finale is today. Alliance tournament. That's pretty cool. Then guns, my 250 millimeter guns. Um, might want to throw those in the hopper a little bit longer. And I guess I could run these tracking speed scripts a little bit better. Yeah, let's do those. Because I might want to make some guns in the next day or two. I kind of try to organize my researching as things while I'm on my work days. That's when I do the researching of stuff that I might want to build. Because if I need those blueprints while I'm having fun on my days off, um, I want to have them ready. So let's see here. So we're going to go there, and I think this is just the scripting, if I'm not mistaken. Now this one will take 2 days. I'm fine with that. That's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to be building any of those in a little while. Just making sure that stuff is up in. Now, this is a major failure of mine recently where I would not remember to go check on things, and then I would check on them at the end of my gameplay and go, okay, I'll get those the next time. Ordering myself over here is reminding me to check that. So I'm just trying to get a very basic setup to do that with. So we got 0 there. How long will more material do? Because that would take one more jump. I want to be able to get these guys if I need to. So we're just going to bump that one up to 8. 2 more days. There we go. That'll get me up to 8 and 8. I will finish those off to get the 10 to 10%. Down the road, my major reason for doing this is I might want to make some Tech 2 stuff. I have not done that since coming back to play Eve. So, but just doing stuff in the side to keep it up and going. So those are up and going there. And I'm going to take these 2 blueprints home with me. They're not finished, uh, not finished um, researching, but I have other blueprints at my home, and I want to take a look at those before I come back to this spot to do my researching. So I got those on my ship. Am I worried about losing these? If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm in my Cheetah. It's the most comfortable ship that I have to get around. And that's what I'm going to show you the next part, is how much time I can save um, by setting up these signature spots and how I organize myself. Now you can do it any way you want to. Let's go ahead and get undocked here. We're in high sec. Even though it's a 0.5, I'm not too worried. Now, I don't want to waste your time a lot today, so I'll tell you what I would normally do. Um, and then as I'm heading home, um, or to one of my homes. Um, and the one that I have is in Malna here. That's where I've got a few of my blueprints and where I've been building a few destroyers to get up and running out there. I'm just going to get ahead and get going. And should have. There we go. I'm just looking up the map of Iridia here on Dotland. And then we're going to go to Genesis because I am in Genesis right now. Which is kind of ironic. I've never really spent any time in Genesis before. So I'm currently right here in Samela. I'm going to be swooping down this way and going through Van. And then down here to Malna right there. Jumping on through. Still in high sec. Not too worried. It's very strange to me sometimes. You live so long out in NPC null or Lowsec with nobody around, and then suddenly you warp into a high sec system that has 12 or 13 people into it. You're like, bah! So this is a one spot you always want to be careful with, and that is when you're jumping from high sec to low sec. Always keep an eye out here and here as far as is anybody gate camping. There is not. Then I like to warp directly and cloak as quickly as possible. Now this is the first part I wanted to show you. So in the past, while I was flying through this area, I'd set up a save spot of 1, 2, and 3 in this safe system. These were just random save spots that I made as I was going along to be a little bit safer, have a spot that I could go to no matter what. Now I'm cloaked up, so I really don't have a whole lot to worry about. Um, People say you definitely want to move your safe spots around. That is 100% true in systems that you're in a lot. In general, no one knows where this safe spot is of mine right now because I'm cloaked up and they can't scan me down, so I don't need to move the safe spot. But the most important thing here is if you notice here, my safe spots up here are safe 2, safe 3, and safe clear. Now, safe 2 and safe 3 say those are just general safe spots you made randomly, plan ahead. So if you need to get someplace, go there. Um, the code for safe clear, and you can use any coding you want to, clear for me says I am more than 14.3 AU from any one of the main structures and gates that people might come through into this area. Why is that important? Because let's say I wasn't flying my cheetah and I didn't have a cloak on this ship, um, and there was nobody in this system. Um, I can be in the safe spot, and somebody coming through the gate would then have to warp to another spot before they can directionally scan me down because it's over 14.3 AU, whether they come through a gate or whether they go through a station. The two stations that are here. They would have to move, which gives me a little bit more time to notice them in local and make sure that I am in a more advantageous spot. So I like to put a little, if I have the opportunity, to put a spot that's clear. Now, I haven't done a lot of these yet. It's kind of the last thing I do in systems unless I find one by accident, which I did with this one. Um, just to show you on the map here. There's all sorts of different save spots, and I'm going to go through a few of them here as I go through. But the second part is to show you my SIG notations over here, which will hopefully save me some time. So right now I'm in Gundesta. So this is the system. And if you notice, I'm trying to why am I doing that? I'm going to the map where I can just go to the system map. There we go. So this is the system here. And I got a couple different save spots. That's a location spot there. Where am I right now? I am right here. I am far enough away from this gate and far enough away from that gate and far enough away from the stations that are here that I can't be seen. Now there's people in this system right now. That's important. I'm not going to try to scan down any sites while there's people here. Yeah, you can do that. Anybody can take that chance. I, I don't need to. I can go to another system. But what I can tell you here is over my notations here, see where it says Gundista? I've got this in alphabetical order. I've got Gunditsa. Um, and there's two signatures. The last time I flew through here, DEI and ZKB. There's DEI, ZKB. Those are still there. I did not scan them down the last time. This tells me a couple of things. Number one, they're probably not relic or data sites because people nab those pretty quick. Number two, the last time I flew through here, there were people in system. There's people in this system now, which tells me that this system in general probably has a decent amount of population in the area all the time. So, that said, let's get moving. Hope I'm not talking too fast. I don't want this video to go forever. Um, it's more of an explanation of how I get from one place to another. And mostly, and I should have said this at the beginning of the video, I'll try to say it at the beginning of the next one. I want people to who watch my videos. A lot of guys have come back to me in the comments and said, "Oh, whoa, we got a red guy. Okay, he's on the Fortizar here." Okay, so that guy was sitting on the Fortizar, and there were two. Ooh, there we go. Okay, careful, careful. I think he warped toward this sucker. Okay, so I got Gnosis on there. I need to hit my cloak F1 There we go. Okay, so what I just did there, notice now we got the two Gnosises there. When I came through the gate, there was a Gnosis about 12 jumps away from, or 12 kilometers away from me. Basically, and you notice those ships that were destroyed at the gate. Now, if I wasn't in a cheetah, I would have been a little bit more careful with going through that gate. But I was in a cheetah, I'm not too worried uh, because I have my cloak. I have it set up with agility and stuff like that that I can get around things really quick. Notice those guys left system. See that? All right, up here in local. They were gate camping this on either side with two Gnosises. Now, what I ended up doing was I have my cloak on my F1. I've got my warp core stabilizer on number 2. I probably should have hit that. Um, uh, but and I had two safe spots set up, and as soon as I hit warp to the safe spot, I hit my cloak. That way I could get away as quickly as possible. Um, there's other ways to do it. There are chances that somebody can catch you, but I've set myself up in a pretty good state right now that I'm not too worried. All right. Um, ready to roll. So we got 4 people in system. I've got 2 save spots in general. We're in Shaln. Shaln is down here. Now, I did not, since I have been here, the last time I went through, there were no sites. So there is a site, GPI. GPI. Okay? Now, I'm not going to scan that one down because there's other people in this system right now, and I'm not messing around, and obviously people are trying to kill people right here. But when I come through later on, if nobody's here, I might scan that down. So we're going to be a little bit more careful because um, they were trying to get people on the first side of the gate. Maybe this Sir Magic here is on the other side. We're going to look at Ulm. So we're going to scan that. So I've got a D-scan 360 14.3. Olin is right here. So I'm not showing anybody on this gate. So I'm going to go ahead and jump toward it. I'm going to jump directly at it. Nice part is in Lowsec, they can't put up any warp bubbles. So I'm not too worried about that. That's why I've got the interdiction nullifier turned off on my ship right now. I'm going to go ahead and go through there. But since we want to keep an eye out, first thing I always look for as I'm going through the gate is, does the people in the system change? And then the second one over here is, if there are more than one person, is there anybody on grid with me? Nobody is here. That's a good thing. Now you might say, well, you need to be a little more, you can be a little bit easier on this. Okay, we're going to go ahead and warp to there. I'm going to go ahead and put my cloak on. Now notice here, no signatures here. Now this is Olin. Olin, last time I came through, did not have anything, so I didn't even write it down. So we're going to make us a new spot there and put none there. That tells me that I did look through here, but nothing was there. And we're going to go ahead and warp toward Autogod. Having fun. Just a heads up, if you are interested, you can join our Discord channel. My Discord channel. It, it's open. It's in the description. Or if you want to join the chat in game, it's 5bones. It is my corp chat, but it's not a recruitment chat. It is just guys who hang out. If you're ever in here, you'll notice there's only me and maybe one other guy. He doesn't play a whole lot, but he's in my corp. Everybody else is just people who just join in and hang out. It's not a large number of people. Well, okay, we got a bunch of the same ship here. Now, having gone through here, I'm going to go ahead and warp here, get off this gate. I know that Mr. Skeleton Warrior guy here, He's a miner, if I remember correctly. The last time I was here, now he may do other things, but the last time I rolled through here, he had like 17 Hulks out or some craziness there. So I'm not too worried about him. But you never know about these other two. Maybe they're his guarding guys or other character. Don't want to mess with them too much. There we go. So here's the next part of it. Notice I don't have safe 1. I don't have safe clear. A safe spot that I set up the last time through here, and each time I go through, I will set up a different safe, and this is actually wrong. Edit. There we go. It's not 100 kilometers, it's 150 kilometers. Now this safe spot is actually more than 150 kilometers. It's 174. What I write this for is it is a safe spot that is over 150 kilometers off of the gate so that I can warp near the gate, but not to the gate. Which when the next time I go through all these systems, I'll slowly start building more and putting more and more of these out. So that spot where those guys were trying to gate camp um, uh, with the Gnosis earlier, if I had a 150-kilometer gate camp there, or a gate safe spot, I would have warped to that first. Now, I would really have focused on that if I was flying a less stealthy ship. Um, it is very, very hard to find catch a cheetah, especially if you're a better flyer than I am. Love my cheetah. I actually have not lost this cheetah since I got it a couple months ago. It gets me where I want to go. So, since I saw people were in system, warp to the gate. Now, as I go back out the next time, I may make another spot here. And as you watch me play more, you'll see more and more save spots that I may have up. But now, since I'm over 150 kilometers away from the gate, and I know nobody's at it, I can just warp straight to the gate and jump through. Here we go. This is going to be real crazy. Woo! The other thing that you can do is if you're worried about a certain area and you have a cloak, you can warp to that 150 spot or even farther away. Sometimes I do it up to like 600 kilometers, depends on where I want to be at. I'll move them around. You can watch the gate for a little while to see if somebody is around. Notice here I've got another safe spot. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. Edit location. 150 kilometers. There we go. Submit. And we're going to warp to that spot. We're going to click up again. And we are now in Van. Van has a couple spots here. Scroll down here. Van, last time I was through, had 3 sites. So let me just open this up a little bit here. So you can see. Actually, I'm sorry. I think my head is in front of this. So this is the cosmic signatures that are in Van right now. These are the cosmic signatures that were here the last time I flew through. Now, last time I came through here, since none of these have been scanned down, it tells me that there were people in the system. The second part being that HVD was here and SBF was here, but EBJ, this one right here, was not. It was a different site called HAT, H-A-T. So that interests me a little bit. Nobody is in system right now. So that says to me, hey, that might be a relic or a data site. So while I'm sitting here and perched right outside of this gate here, wait, yeah, right outside of that gate, I'm going to start moving in a different direction. And nobody's in system. I'm going to go ahead and pop that off. I'm going to launch out my probes. We're going to go check that one site. I'm not going to bother with the other two because I don't want to waste your time, but if that's a good site, you never know. Get my cloak back on. And that was EBF, right? No, EBJ. So we'll go ahead and move that back down here. EBJ. This may seem like a lot of work, but it really isn't. You really get used to it. And it's the one reason why I suggest any new player, if they really want to get into the game, to become an explorer, because it really becomes kind of fun to do this sort of thing. EBJ, and we'll go ahead and increase our thing there. Now EBJ, we'll double click the, I don't know which one it is. And I'm not going to spend the time to scan down these other two right now. Maybe once I'm off doing, I stop doing the video. But I want to get to a specific one. Oh, this is a wormhole. Okay, so this is a wormhole. EBJ. We're going to find out where this wormhole goes to. But I want to go to, I think it's the next system over, if not one more system. I want to show you one more signature that I scanned down. Oop, wait, what is that one? That is HVD is a combat site. So combat. Go. Because the wormhole that I found earlier was exactly the type of wormhole that I'm going to be looking for very soon. That will upgrade my gameplay and get me back into the PvP learning game. I want to show you. There we go. And you never know, this might be one too. So we're going to go ahead and warp. Now I'm not going to warp directly to it. I'm going to warp 100 kilometers out. That way I can't get jumped on there. And I'm going to go ahead and pull in the probes. Why not? I'll come back. Now this is EBJ is a wormhole. And I also want to end the video so I can get back to watching my Eagles get beat up pretty badly. Um, okay, so there's the wormhole there. Where does this go to? Show info. This goes to high security space. Very important. So a wormhole beginning to decay. Very large ships can go through here. So down the road, if I start building some industrial ships, I want to carry some of the stuff that I built out. I can take them through something like this. Where this high sec spot goes to, I don't know. So let's go find out. And if any of you want to use it, you can. I'm not going to be, but we'll at least find out for you. I'm going to risk a little bit here. Approach. Nobody's in system right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit my micro warp drive. And then I'm going to hit enter that wormhole. This might be really important because if this takes me, oh, whoa. I don't think I saw, somebody just came in system. I don't think I saw the wormhole fluctuate at all. So I think I'm still fine there. 32 kilometers away. D-scan out. Anything here? All I'm doing now is just D-scan to see this Ian. Is he showing up on my D-scan anywhere? He could have just come in through the station. Almost here. Because this could take me to Minmatar space, which would allow me to buy some blueprints and bring them back over. It could take me to a better Amarian space, or it could take me to a hub. Okay, so where is it going? Taking me to Vassala in the Forge. So nobody's really around right now. This is high sec too. Um, So this took me 33 jumps away. Let's see on Dotland. What's the name of this? Vassala. 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 I love you. Vassala. There we go. Search. Where is it here? There it is, right there. Jita is right here. So it's not exactly a quick. Look at that. So it makes you think that it's a quick. You're in the same system, but I got to go all the way down here and then back all the way up to get to Jita. But if I wanted to buy anything of Caldari or Galente type, I could get it here or other things. I don't need that right now. Um, enter wormhole. I don't need to be cloaked up because I'm in high sec, and if somebody wants to kill me, they can. But if you want a very large wormhole to Iridia right now, there is one in Vassala. I'm not going to be using it. But that is exactly how you can get from one place to another. There we go. And I might as well put in the name of the system it goes to. I'll remember it. Now, I could save this spot here, or this wormhole. Um, I'm not going to, because I know I'm not going to fly back through it today. And it will probably be gone by tomorrow. I'm actually going to just move on to the next system here, because I want to show you that one last thing. Um, but if I was going to be using this, I would save the wormhole. Another thing that commenter probably 6 months to a year ago told me was don't warp to the site that shows up in your probe scanner. Warp to your saved wormhole spot and warp directly to it. Whereas if you warp to the site, it warps about 10 kilometers off, and you could be picked off doing that. Okay, I think this is the last one here. This is Shikasi. I like Shikasi. Warp within 0. Got nobody at system. That's good. Why do I like Shikasi? Because it's got 50 million asteroid belts. Freaking love asteroid belts. The other thing is, oh, I must have passed it then. So Shikasi had a wormhole to Nullsec. I have not seen where that goes. Notice over here, now this is Shikasi warping back into it. There's 1, 2, 3 sites here. When I left here before, EKP is new. EKP. And Sin is new. Sin. WQX is old, and notice this wormhole POC is no longer here. So people from Null were coming through here. So I now have 3 sites that I can go check out. If I wasn't making this video, I would scan those down since there's nobody in system and do a relic site. But we're just going to keep on moving on. I want to show you, I think the site that I saved is one more away. I think I was off by 1. I'm just going to check on. If you can't tell it's running slow, I'm going to ESPN to see how my Eagles are doing. I know it's terrible. Oh, Washington's winning. Okay. Real time, me updating people. Where is? Oh no, it's 7-3. Okay, we're within 4 points now. Good, good. So good things are happening. So Malna, was that where I put it at? Let's find out here. Wormhole. It wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dock up. And I know I must have passed it and I wasn't paying attention because I was talking too much. I saved one spot. There it is. So when I went through Galnafsid, um, there was a wormhole, and this is very important to how I want to start playing over the next month, week, month, 6 months. If you notice, I saved it as PVM was the hole, and it was a wormhole to Lowsec to Black Rise. Black Rise is a faction warfare region. And what I want to do is live out here in Iridian a couple different systems and build ships here and build certain styles. Um, the first part will be what I did earlier. I'll be able to go using wormholes to go and pick up blueprints and work on them. And then come back here, blow up NPC characters, build small frigates and destroyers. And then when I find a fun wormhole that goes to one of the faction warfare areas, I can then spend that day working on my faction warfare, my PvP, which I'm not very good at. I've gotten a little bit better at. I'd say I'm 10% proficient. But that will allow me to build stuff out here and to explore and have fun that way on days that I'm working. And then on my off days, like today, when I build stuff over my work days, I can then have some fun blowing some stuff up. So that's the whole idea of this is to have a kind of a almost like a hit and run type thing. So that is kind of the goal. So that's about it for today. I'm going to be playing some more later on. I'm going to go finish watching this game. It is a lot longer video than I thought it was going to be. It always is. I start talking, I won't stop. But other than that, hey, you guys, fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however that you want, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one. Bye bye.